Good morning all, CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Wednesday morning, December 13th. Looking at Window Trader's market profile of the ES&NQ. Going to do things just a little differently today. Talk about what's going to possibly transpire later. For now, look, I want to specify, I am definitely in the bull camp overall in this market. Okay, I do believe we'll hit all-time highs, whether it's this month or in January. I think we'll get them. Okay. But I want people to be wary of what could possibly happen today. There's two factions that have bid this market up. The first one are the last remaining shorts, which to me is on the monthly. That's your longest time frame, right? We certainly don't have any more shorts in the weekly or the daily. So these non-believers in the monthly finally providing the bid as we make new yearly highs. The second faction is just momentum retail traders and algos such as ourselves. So when 2 o'clock rolls around, look, we know they're not raising rates, okay? I thought back in October we had a chance for one more rate hike, not happening. And the market knows that. But what the market is now firmly focused and leaning on is what Powell has to say come 2:30 about rate cuts for next year. Okay, I think this market is anticipating sooner and more rate cuts than were previously, talked about over the past few months. I do not believe Powell is going to give in to that. He'd be foolish to, right? He's not going to put himself out there and say that. So the question will be is how will the market react to that? Since C period on Monday, right, this market has been bid up. The only time we pulled back was on the opening yesterday, but with a little bit of an inventory correction from some of the longs. We dipped into the lower distribution, took back the trend day, and that was it. So basically, from 46.70, we'll round it out. We're trading up at 47.02. We've gotten as high as 05. So for the last 35 points, this market has gotten increasingly longer and longer. So if the market doesn't get what they want to hear come 2:30, well, first off, the bid being provided by the shorts might step away, right? If they're still short and they think the market has a chance to come in, well, then they'll let it come in. And if they walk away, for sure, the momentum buyers and retail traders will have nobody to help them along, and they'll give it up. Remember, when the market's being bid up like this, it's kind of like a gnat on a buffalo's back. Why fly when you could ride? That's basically what this has been doing, right? Once the short covering stops, the momentum buying is just going to step away. Does that mean I think the market's bad? Of course not. I told you I'm in a bull camp. If it does correct itself and we get a pretty good liquidation break, maybe, and that's just a maybe, we don't get the all-time high this year and we get it in January. If I'm wrong and this market does not correct, and to me, for me to be right about what possibly could happen, we need to get below C's high from Monday. We stay above it, nothing's changed. We'll wipe out a lot of weak longs, but nothing's changed, and then if we start going back up, the market will be even stronger. So I'm talking about a break that takes out yesterday's low and puts the daily back into balance. If that does happen, that doesn't mean the market's bad. We're still up on the weekly, the daily's back in balance, and then we'll see if we get a new batch of buys in. If we don't get that type of move, well, then the market should have really good odds of hitting the all-time high this year. So again, just what possibly could happen today. As far as trading it until 2 o'clock, trade it like a regular day. Don't forget, the last Fed day, we gapped higher, and at 2 o'clock, the market came in. We held the gap by 2 ticks. And since that point, we've had 3 huge gaps that haven't been touched and a huge rollover gap since the last time. So trade this like a normal day, right? We did probe yesterday, but it wasn't a big probe. You want to take a long against the gap, that's fine. Just remember, as of right now, if you do that, I would rather front run the overnight high at 4,700. Overnight low at 4,700. If we get below that, you're going to fill the gap. Now it's only another 1.5 points. Depends then if you want to stay long there. I don't think you want to take the heat all the way down to M's high. The better risk reward trade, if we do get an inventory, just remember, the market's really long again up here. Maybe the better long would be against value high, somewhere inside of K's range from yesterday. As far as the short, again, pushes up, you want to front run the overnight high, you can do that. So I'm not going to even show you the charts. I know I went a little longer, but I think it's more important to explain what could possibly happen at 2:30 and further on once his press conference starts. Good luck trading today. Be safe out there, and we'll recap at 4 p.m.